of my SMT members said, when you come in, there is smell here. She didn't mean that when I come in, but there is some bad odor. I think I'm going to ask administration to find out where that odor is coming from, and it needs to be fixed. Any idea, sir? You're not getting even the order. You're used to it.
Totally confused right now.
You're totally confused. How many of you are getting a bad order here? Okay, so there is a bad odor. There's a bad smell. So I think we need to fix that. We need to find out where that is coming from, and we need to fix that. But we are actually changing the order of things, not order. Order of things here. We are going to start with the announcement of EGI today. So I'm going to ask Shraddha to make that announcement, and I hope the winner we can get in by phone or by whatever, whichever means. All right.
So this EGI has
You
been
want to
awarded by
try and board here?
Hemant,
Can people see here? See you?
is by Hemant, and he's awarded this month's EGI to OP Singh.
Is OP here? Okay.
So I'll read out the citation on behalf of Hemant. Congratulations, OP. I'm happy to nominate OP Singh of the HO for the EGI award. Dr. OP Singh, PhD, has completed 3 years of devoted and committed quality inputs towards improvement of children's health and nutritional status. He has been instrumental in positioning Save the Children as strong technical partner to government and within development partners. His committed efforts have established urban health program of TOM, which have been highly appreciated by donors and other prominent visitors from time to time. He has a very strong understanding of strategic planning of activities, which he has demonstrated from time to time. He has supported media and advocacy campaigns and represented SAVE on various media channels and forums. He equally contributed to cross-thematic and enjoys as one of the most disciplined employee with no compromise on time and quality. He's a great team player and has no hesitation in helping colleagues. Congratulations.
So OP is right here. Did you know that this was coming? No clue at all. And as all of you know that OP gets this citation. This is a monthly award that has been running for the last 1.5 years actually. We ran through the whole of 2015 and 2016, and along with that he also gets the biography of the original EGI, Eglanda and Jeb, our founder. Yeah, so that is the prize along with the certificate as well as the citation. Congratulations. Want to say something? OP? Yep.
Surprised to receive this. But this comes with a greater accountability and responsibility to deliver much more quality work. I think this goes to the award goes to Rajasthan office as such. Prabhat, first of all, who gave me a fantastic time and place to work there. The Rajasthan team and Shantanu, of course, under whose leadership I was able to blossom and work hard. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I hope all of you are listening, and you must have seen my mail yesterday, which went to all India staff about the TWT every month. We want all staff across the states to be listening to us, as well as to be reacting and responding. So they said that once every month they should sit around and watch, as well as listen to the proceedings of TWT, which happens every month here, once a month here, in which I give the update of the organization for the month that has gone by, as well as important happenings for the coming months and so on. Gets a flavor of, and also if there are any new policies, there are new people who have joined, that's also an opportunity to meet them and so on. So we have the first champion from a state that was appointed, Momita. She's here actually. Can I see Momita around? Okay, Momita, how are you going to do take this TWT to Calcutta? It will be good for people to. Why don't you come here? Let them see you as well, because this is actually going to the rest of the team. So Mamita is going to announce, and I hope can Mamita. She's just landed from the Mars or something.
Or going to the mass.
Or going to the Mars.
Yes.
Okay, can she be seen?
Do I have to get away?
Yeah. You want to get over here?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, hi everybody. It's good to see all of you together. What we realized is that often our teams are traveling or are busy in different kind of ways. So the best way to do this is to have some time allocated during the monthly meetings, because that's the day when everybody comes together and tries to not to have any other engagements. So the plan is to have 1 hour allocated for this. So this month we could not do this because we have to plan in different way, because this is a year-ending process which is going on. So we requested everybody to watch it and then share their ideas and views over mails. But from next month, we will regularize this by making it a part of the monthly meetings.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Well, the thing is, if you let everybody at their own time to watch it, nobody will watch it. So that's why we
It's
said
only for
that,
this month.
yeah, it's only for this month. So across the states, I'm again encouraging you guys to find some time, maybe a couple of hours in the afternoon of a day in a month to watch it and also respond to it. The reason why we want to do it is that we want to stay as connected as possible to the ground, to the team, and this is no excuse for us not traveling to meet you. I think we all should travel. We all, at least the senior management team, should travel to different locations to be meeting with people. And this is my own initiative, because one of the feedback that I got from the Pulse survey is that the CEO's office or the CEO himself is not connecting with people as much as required, as much as I would like. I'm not doing that. So this is one of the ways of connecting, apart from visiting locations. And also something which we started doing from last week was that every Friday I will have an informal a lunch with 7 or 8 people together at the pantry upstairs. So it's started, but I don't think it's happening this Friday, but definitely next Friday it will be there. But all Fridays, whenever I'm here, I hope to have lunch with people to improve that access with the CEO as well as the CEO's office. Okay, I just would like to start with this wonderful news, which I think which has already been shared with all SMT, and not it has been shared with the All India office or All Delhi office. It is this news that we had, this is the 4th year our accounts have been picked up, or our organization has been picked up for an income tax assessment. And you know that the scrutiny these days could be very, very hard. At the end of a scrutiny, I know of organizations currently going through scrutinies, and also in the past organizations that have lost their 12A status. Is it 12A? The status in which we get income tax exemption for the money we generate or the money incomes that we receive. We are not paying income tax because it's an exemption that is given by the government of India. People who have lost their status, so it is as serious as that. And not sometimes it's not just income tax exemption status that we lose. We could even lose our registration of the society or even FCRI status. One thing could lead to the other. So it's extremely important to have our systems in place, our processes in place, and the rigor in which we do things in place. So as even this 4th year, we have got a nil demand order with no adverse comments. So that is wonderful, wonderful news. And I must say that I must congratulate my good friend Sonali and her team here, who doesn't wish me these days, uh, and, uh, and the entire team who has done a marvelous job. They work very hard. That's a team that works. I'm not just that team, but that team has really worked hard towards many different um you know, time targets, timelines um, during the year, which is there are internal audits, there are other audits, there are external audits, and then every other system, to make sure that the payment is made in time and so on and so forth. And I would also like to acknowledge and thank Suraj. Suraj is here, yeah, who led on this process. So thank you very much. And this has been, we circulated this note among the GC members. They were happy to receive this news as well. So great news. Thanks, congratulations, and thank you to the finance team. The other thing is that I think I made an announcement even last time about the Pulse survey. Now, the Pulse survey is going to come to you soon, which has been analyzed, sliced, diced, and some good amount of information is coming to you. Some of it is it's very good, it's good to feel that in our organization, there are more than 70% of the people feeling good about the organization, feeling proud to be associated with the organization. People said that I'm proud to be working with Save the Children. When the organization has a certain problem, I feel that I am facing that problem. Isn't that good for the organization? Good for all of us. When we feel that if it is a pain for the organization, it is my pain. And I also am proud to be a part of the organization, and I enjoy. Most of the people in this organization enjoy their jobs. I enjoy my job. That's a wonderful feeling to get. I have been through in my previous avatar in different jobs in different organizations. When we put out an organization pulse survey, we don't get 70% or more people come and say that I'm proud of the organization. Sometimes it's as low as 40 to 50%. So to get a report like this, it's fantastic. And we are also good at beating ourselves up, saying that what a lousy organization is this, etc. But you are saying, not me. If I say it, saying that it's a great organization, you will take it with a ton of salt. But when you say it, when we collectively and individually say that more than 70% you are proud of the organization, we mean it. We mean that we are proud of the organization, and it's a great organization to work for. What are some of the not so good factors that is coming out of this pulse survey? That the senior management is not investing enough time for the growth of the people, for individual growth of people. That is one not so good thing, but something that we could work on. Those are some of the bottom three kind of things that people are talking about. There is good level of, it's a positive statement, but it is negative because people are not saying this. There's good level of interdepartmental and teamwork. That is sadly missing in the organization. And I can vouch for the fact that it's true. Because we are fighting several battles. Sometimes, it irritates me no end when I get a mail saying that how it cannot be done. Because there is certain law which prevents it. Or I don't have the bandwidth to do it. When you get beyond your bandwidth and come back and tell the rest of the organization, whichever department that is, saying that we will do it because it is a good thing to do. We will find the bandwidth because it is a good thing to do. That is what I would like to hear. It irritates me no end when I see mail, and these are real mails. I'm not. It's not fictitious. I don't want to say who said it or where the mail has originated. Last week or week before last, I sat the entire HR team together, and we were discussing. And they said, things to me. I said, look, Nathan told me that we don't see you down enough. Come down more enough. Come down more often. I done that. And they also said that, why is that you only sit upstairs and work? Why can't you sit downstairs and work? I sat when Vidisha was away. I used your space to sit and work. I'll try and do that more. And then I told the HR people, you know, your attitude to work should be, look, go around and ask the question, what can I do? What can I do for you? Are we doing that enough? I mean, it's not just HR department. How about finance department doing that? How about program department doing that? How about CEO's office doing that? What can I do for you? How can I help you? Can I walk the second mile with you? Or it is another classic example. I'm just going to put, maybe I should put some department names to it. You know, there was this Nepal, what was it? Procurement, earthquake procurement that happened. And there are certain more things to be procured because we got some money from Unilever and other people. We needed to spend that money before 31st of March, that is tomorrow. January came to our attention that we have to complete that procurement process by 31st of January. On 28th of March, I'm still seeing mails floating around. January it was created. It took exactly a month for the DBL to be created. And after the DBL was created, it exactly took 45 days to come to the conclusion that it will still take more time. I mean, that is ridiculous. That is where silos working at its peak. That is unacceptable. There were 3 departments involved. One department saying that I have sent out a mail. We cannot hide behind mails. There are hundreds of mails that are generated. Go back and see that this is an organizational problem. This is a problem of all of us. And then I get another mail saying that we cannot get this done. We have to get this income tax exemption. We got especially from the government of India extended. Do you think it's that easy to get an exemption that we got to be extended for just for us by the government of India, or it's easy for us to work together and get it done by 31st March, doing things in the right time? So I'm just asking you to work, forget about the silos. I think we should really go around asking, what can I do for you? And it is not for the individual, but it is for creating a high performance culture in this organization. And don't hide behind emails. If you can just walk across and talk to somebody and get things done, please do it. Emails don't solve problem. It only create more problems. So that is something which you have said. Intra-departmental work, it's not happening. Interdepartmental teamwork is not happening. We like to work as silos. So those are the top 3 and the bottom 3 from the Pulse survey. But people also appreciate it. There are some significant improvements people have appreciated. One of them is work from home. One of them is the flexibility about working from home, or number of hours put in, whatever. There is a lot of flexibility around that, and people appreciate that flexibility. People appreciate the new policies that have come in. People appreciate the investment in the workforce to enhance their capacities. So capability building is something which they have appreciated. Again, significant issues and concerns are about projects should be cost-driven rather than donor-driven. That's a good thing, right? It is not because BMGF wants it to get done. How to align BMGF in the way we think. Is it easy? BMGF is the world's largest, biggest foundation, which is driven by their strategy and timelines and so on. So I think we need to find a way in which how do we get aligned to their alignment, and how do we even influence their strategies well ahead in advance, so that there is an alignment with them and they with us, and that is how it should be done. But I think it's a good recommendation or something which you picked up, saying that we are not happy that we are always for some geography which you don't think it's necessary, we are driven by the donors. But let us also accept that if 60 to 75% is the way we want it, and let's say 25% if the donor wants a particular geography, let's go with it. At this point of time, we got to be practical about such consideration. So on the whole, I think that is on the pulse survey. Is there anything else on the pulse survey? That's it. But isn't that going to go down to them? When is that going to go? When is that going to happen? This week. Okay, about Project Avatar. How many of you know about this Project Avatar? What is it? Some of you know. What is it all about? Okay, those of you know. Aman, you just put your hand up.
It's an organizational review.
Okay, organizational review that has been happening furiously, which Michelle and Renu, who have been coming to you, they have had several stakeholder interviews by now. They have met, they've spoken to many of our ex-employees. It's great to know that ex-employees are greatly engaging with us and they want to give us really some interesting feedbacks. If they hated us, they wouldn't have done that, right? Why should I be giving anything to good or bad to save the children? It's a terrible organization in my past. No, that's not the way they think. You know, whoever we have approached, everybody, and many SMT members who are here, and in fact 4 o'clock they have a meeting with Irwin today. They spoke to I think Shireen. You spoke to Shireen and Renu Singh and Vibhuti. Some of you know Vibhuti, Sanjeev Rai, and they all had very interesting things to talk about, very constructive inputs and feedback. And they also have circulated another engagement survey. How many of you have done it so far? Okay, good. I like that 2.5 hands that have gone up. What about the 97.5 who haven't participated in that? That's a half hand up. Okay. Okay. Now we got 3.5, 4.5. Good. It's increasing. I would like all of you to give feedback to your organizational review process to make sure that this organization becomes a high-performing organization. That is the only objective. The objective is not to do anything else. The objective is not to retrench people. Some people do that, you know, before announcing a VRS scheme. You know what's a VRS scheme? It happens in corporates very often. Voluntary retirement scheme, golden handshake, etc. Before that, they do an organizational review or survey, and then go chopping. We want more people. Okay, last year we were about less than 300. This year we were about 350. So 350 people we are as an organization. This is an organization that is growing. It is growing in size and it's growing in stature. We need all the people. So if you think that your job is going to be chopped, that's not the purpose. We want to see what's the right kind of structure. And many of you say that we have done this before. Why is that change doesn't stick? Why is that change doesn't stick? You also gave the answer to that. What is the answer you gave? Because it's not being driven. Maybe I would take responsibility for that because it has to be championed somewhere. It has to be anchored somewhere. When you suggest a change process and if you don't go through it, year and a half ago we had a KPMG coming and saying that we should do this. How many of it's implemented? No, nothing much. But does that mean that we are dropping off or we are just going to fall off that cliff? We are not. We are doing very well. We are doing very well, aren't we? Otherwise, how will we get an income tax assessment as scrutiny go through with flying colors? How is that we continue to get great grants? Did you know that last week we got this HDFC grant? Probably after the very first ICICI grant, both the grants are from banks. When our original Dada, he's now become global. Is he here today? Yes, he's there. He got the ICICI first grant, and now we got an HDFC grant. This is probably the second largest Indian grant that we have received after ICICI. Am I right? We got Vodafone, but Vodafone fell through. Sorry? Indian company. I'm talking about Indian company. So we got it's a health and nutrition project in Calcutta, and it's 2 crores for 2 years, right? So, but and we got the entire money already. Tomorrow. I was yesterday. I was told tomorrow. That means it's today. So it would have hit our banks by now. 2 crores of rupees. Isn't that wonderful to hear that Indian companies are now coming, and we are greatly being helped by, in this particular case, one of our board members is really doing a great job, which is Surup Raval. You know Surup Raval, Miss 1980. If you were born at that time, did you know that Surup was Miss India? Miss India of 1980. You were born by then, and you remember her. And she's married to Paresh Rawal. She's on our board, and she's really going out of her way to help us. Yesterday, I believe they had another meeting with Hindustan Times, which went very well. Yeah, she's going for meetings. That is what we expect our board members to do, and this is a great example how board members are helping us to open doors like this. And she's also helped us in about the diaspora we have been talking about. We're taking Lucian Dubey's play there. We are now looking at 4 locations in the US, which is New York, San Jose, then Chicago, and LA. And we might even go to Mr. Obama's house, the White House, or roundabout there, somewhere there in Washington D.C. And that's your home too for some time, Michelle. So that's happening in July. In the month of July, it's happening. How many of you seen Lucian Dubey's play? Okay, some of you. It's more left people, and these people don't seem to have. There's a formation here which doesn't have seen. You must see Lucian Dubey's play. It's all about neonatal and child survival. It's a fantastic tearjerker of a play, but a very, very deep play, very moving play. I saw it about 4 or 5 times by now, and I can even maybe do half the play. Now, yes. So it's wonderful. We are still attracting. I mean, I just took a diversion there to talk about HDFC and how we are getting, because we are doing well, though we are doing an organization. So we want to do even better. Why should we? And these guys were in London last week, Vidisha and Vishal, and they met with comic relief people. And the day they were there, not because they were there, but they were observers of an event in which they raised 55 million pounds in a day for charity. Is that correct, Vishal? Yeah. 55 million pounds. So they are engaged in a conversation with Comic Relief. How can they bring the property to India? And how can Save the Children play a leading role in a Comic Relief kind of sports relief or whatever, what it's going to be. So all our people are engaged in different levels of conversation at high levels. So we are really growing. So if to support that growth, what is the kind of organization that we need? And that is what Michelle and team are working on. So please do give your support to it. And I must give my support. And also, I'm 100% sure that this time around, the question that you asked, why change doesn't stick? I think you will probably end up saying that we are changing too fast. This is not comfortable. That is what we want to be like, post June, when Michelle would have given her recommendations and we would have taken through the board, and we'll get into the implementation mode, and we'll be going very fast. Sometimes a little too fast for our comfort. But Michelle is also working on a change management, what it's going to look like, and they may come up with one recommendation. You really don't need a CEO to run this organization. Why are you not laughing? Okay, so that may be it. You know, I should be willing to put my job on the altar and say, like, if this organization is going to be high performing without a CEO, I should be ready for that, and I am indeed, ready for you know, such an eventuality if it arises. Sorry.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes. Yes.
All ideas are welcome.
Okay. So Project Avatar is going very well. Yesterday we had a research report, or 3 research reports actually, that were released or presented to a large group of people at India Habitat Center, and it was done by none other than our NCPCR chair, whose name is Studi Kakkar, and it's good to see that we are engaging with her, and she's very happy to engage with us, because with NCPCR we are also doing things like doing you know, a policy for street children, and also a standard operating procedure for how to handle street children.
So street children and you know, looking at the prevention aspect, looking at community engagement. So
Yeah.
we're very interested in our models
Yeah.
of how we work with communities
Yeah.
to prevent children from being trafficked or migrating in an unsafe manner,
Yeah.
and the whole protection element that needs to be taken care of. So they're very interested in our models, and they've asked us to engage with them.
Yeah. And yesterday's presentation was good. It's about 5 cities,
Yes.
and the cities of Patna, Mughalsarai, Lucknow,
Kolkata,
Calcutta, and one more,
Hyderabad.
and Hyderabad. And they even were able to enumerate, you know, they did a head-to-head count, and they found that about 83,500 street children in all these places, and which means, does that mean that we have about 2 million street children across India, and many of them don't go to school, as against the RTE norms. 45 or 46% of the children don't go to school, and more than 60% of them are illiterate. That is, and even more damning is that 25%, almost 1/4 of them, are below 6 years of age in that most dangerous. Did I say 25%? Yeah, 25% in that most. And Patna has 32%, correct? Patna has 32% of the children below 6 living on the streets. And they are physically abused. 19% of them are physically abused. And also abused in many other ways. We want to make a change. I'm so happy that Save the Children is probably the leading organization in India that is taking the initiative on urban children. And let me also add to that what we are doing. The global leadership of urban initiative is resting with us. We were co-leading it with the US. Soon it will be, from that co-leading would become leading the urban initiative, and we have our own Dada who is heading that at a global level, and it is good. And Dada has got all these numbers, like there are about how many, 2 billion children, 2.5 billion people are there in the urban situation across the world, and half of them are children. 70% of them are extremely poor. I mean, that is terrible. That is terrible statistics. And when you look forward 2030, India is going to have 50%. What is India's current statistic? Do you know? The people who live in the urban cities. How many? What's the percentage? It's about 30%. Correct? And it's probably by 2050 or so, it would also become 50%. And it's rapidly, our landscape is rapidly changing. 60% of the GDP even now comes from cities. Obviously, there will be a huge migration. And There will be infrastructure that will be breaking down in our cities, and Save the Children is leading on that. Isn't that great? Isn't that great that we are going to be the leader? And right time to introduce our global campaign. What is our global campaign all about? One sentence. You heard about it. We launched it here. We still have that tree of dreams out there. What is that one line about? Every last child. That is what we are going to focus. And in India, if we look at where are our last children, where are those most marginalized children, you will find them in urban cities. One of them is the huge issue is going to be in, when this rapid urbanization is happening. Those marginalized children you will find on the streets of India, streets of our cities. And our government wants to create this 100 great cities. What is it called? Millennium cities or smart cities. And nobody is really talking about what will happen to all the, when they are making a smart city, the number of people who would move into these cities and the poor in those cities, and especially the children. So we will be leading on that, already leading into a large extent. And we, with PwC, we brought out a report last year, which is called the Forgotten Voices. And that won an award recently, right? That won an award for a best CSR project between Save the Children and PwC, that very report. And we will be doing more such reports, more focused and more deeply dived into research projects about street children and about urban children, probably this year, or at least we'll start this year, and next year we will be bringing out a report. So I would like to draw your attention to this huge issue about urbanization that is happening. So we have a global launch of the campaign. That is, a global campaign launch is going to happen from India on April the 26th. We have our global CEO who is going to have her first external event, global event out of India. She is also coming for her induction. You know her name. What is her name? This side, everybody knows everything. This side. What is our global CEO's name? Quiz question. Nobody? That is surprising. Okay, mate, let me turn to my left. Sorry? If you can remember hello, her name is Halle. Halle is her name. And today is her last day as a member of parliament in the Parliament of Denmark. And she used to be Denmark's Prime Minister, stepped down to become the CEO of Save the Children, isn't that? So you could get Narendra Modi as your next CEO for Save the Children. It's like that. We have Hele as the it's sinking in slowly, right? Narendra Modi doing a chai charcha here, right here with you. It's possible things can happen, or maybe it's the other way around. The CEO could become the Prime Minister. That is more like. Okay, I think yeah. There's some policy that we need to announce, and that is, this is probably a leave none of us would want to take, and but then there are certain realities of life, and this is on compassionate grounds, bereavement leave. If we lose one of our immediate family members, which will be defined in the policy who is immediate, could be your spouse, could be children, could be parents, could be parents-in-law. If you lose, then you are allowed 5 days to leave you can take, and sometimes these kind of tragedies could happen again in the same year. You are eligible to take even one more set of leave if that is the case. But of course, this leave cannot be carried forward. This cannot be adjusted against your leave notice period pay, etc., etc., etc. So that is another new policy that is coming your way. I think that is all what I wanted to say today. Questions, suggestions. Yes, Prabhat. I thought I saw a hand go up. Anybody about any questions about anything under the sun? Yes, Raga. No, no questions. Okay. Yes, I saw a hand going up. You let us stand up and be a little more loud. What? Okay, come forward then.
My question is, you mentioned that 60% of the GDP is coming from the urban area and we are going to work towards smart city. 40% of GDP is coming from the rural area. Can we work towards making smarter villages rather than contributing to the already,
Well, good point. Good point. I mean, I think somebody, I don't know, I think it was the Hindu guy, what is his name? Not Varadarajan. He wrote about smart villages when we were talking about the government was talking about smarter cities. He wrote about smart village. Not Varadarajan, the guy who wrote that famous book that everybody loves the trout. Sainath. He's Sainath. He wrote about 100, I mean, not 100 smart villages. Your point is very well taken. But at the same time, when the government is really going ahead with smart cities, the most marginalized there, their situation would be much worse off than the poor in the rural areas. Even now, if you disaggregate the numbers in the urban situation of the urban poor, be it neonatal mortality, be it access to education, be it even number of schools for the poor, you will find that urban marginalization is worse than rural marginalization. So we have to choose a focus area. Then that focus, we have decided that urban would be one of our focus areas because nobody is focusing there. That doesn't mean that it's not one against the other question. You know, it's we need to do whatever we have because most of our work, if you really look at it, even now it's among the rural. But we do have a lot of interesting new projects coming up for the urban areas. Thank you for that question. Such questions, comments? Oh yeah, yes. You know when is Save the Children Day? Thanks for reminding. 1st of April, it's coming up, and it is day after tomorrow. And you know we do normally the very first day when we started our journey. I would like to see how many hands go up. There is one. Okay, Dada is there. 2. Prabhat is here. 3. Okay. There is Abhijit was. Yeah, but you're not in Delhi at that time. You're not in Delhi. Ashutosh is not here. He's missing today. Okay. So very few people left who started at that journey, especially when we walked on Lodi Gardens with Arun Myra. I mean, it's still very fresh in my memory. Just 25 days, 25 people we were there, and today we are 350 people. It was less than 15 crores at that point of time. This year we are talking about 300 crores. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have touched, in that journey, we have touched many people. And when you look back at us, you know, when you look at the story of Firoza, when you look at the story of Anu Yara, when you look at the story of what is happening in Mughal Sarai, where we are forced to now shut down a project which saved 500, 717 children who are trafficked, who are repatriated. Aren't we proud? You know, my hair stand up. I get goosebumps when you think of it. We are doing a great job. I mean, that is end of the day our job. But the sad thing is that that project is coming to an end and we need more money. We need more money to support. So we need to go and get that money to support, make sure that that project continues. And Mughal Sarai, I was told, why Mughal Sarai? Why did you do this research in Mughal Sarai? And my ignorance was really, I got a rap on my knuckles when Sridhar or somebody said that this is the confluence of some 9 trafficking centers from, people who are trafficked even from Bangladesh come there. We did 700 people, 700 of this, many girls. We are running a center in Mughal Sarai there. Don't you want us to continue, even if Defeat walks out? Shouldn't we continue? Whose job is it? Charu? No, it's our job to find that money. That is where, silos should break down to find out what are the smarter ways of getting money to make sure that this kind of work continues. So it's wonderful. I got carried away. We started on 1st of April to do such good work, and I'm really, if I'm satisfied with life, I mean, at the end of the day, I can say I can sign off right now because I'm happy, I'm satisfied, I'm deeply contented or content with what we have achieved for the children of India. But more to be done because there are 400 billion of them. At least 200 billion probably need our help in some way or the other. So there's great job to be done. So April 1st is important because that reminds us that we took a pledge to ourselves on Lodi Road saying that we would be the #1 go-to organization for children. This would be the best NGO for children and best NGO in terms of accountability. Again, income tax not asking for any demand, saying that you are running a tight ship there. They are telling us that. Isn't that great to know? Because we are reached there, and it's wonderful. So day after tomorrow is probably another day to remember that we had a great start, and we had a great start of a great journey, which is still going. And that was my famous poem, as well as the famous poem that was quoted several times by me on every 1st of April, which is that poem. Who wrote it? Robert Frost. We have miles to go. Miles to go before we hang up our boots. Before I retire. We have miles to go. So that was also Arun Maira's favorite poem. We have something in common. Except that he is planning commission member and ex-minister and so on. But I was very proud. I was very happy. I was with Arun Maira in a meeting recently of the Gurgaon people. I'm in that committee of waste management, Kachara management committee, as I call it. Is it Kachara waste? Literal translation? Yes. So Arun Maira is also a part of the committee, and so I introduced myself. First meeting, I said Thomas Stanley from Save the Children, and then Arun Maira's turn came to introduce himself. They said, "Oh, my name is Arun Maira. I'm Thomas Stanley's friend because we used to be colleagues at Save the Children." He was our chair. He's a fine man. It's great to have people like that. Even Harpal Singh today is also a great supporter of Save the Children cause. It's good to have people like that. So we are hoping Harpal would be here day after tomorrow if time permits. We are hoping that Harpal would be able to give away the annual prizes that we have instituted. There will be a chairman's award and there will be functional awards. If you have not given your nominations, this is specifically to SMT members. By the end of today, we would like to get those nominations. So 1st of April, look forward, fun at work. Where are you? Missing? Where is she? There's only one fun at work. Huh? Smita. What are we doing? She's hiding there. Stand up. Are we doing something day after tomorrow? Okay. So please come ready. One other thing. Whoever is planning to take that day off, whoever is planning to work from home on 1st of April, no working from home allowed. This is official. If you work from home, it will be considered as leave on that day. So everybody should show up on 1st of April here because it is our day that is celebrated. Yeah? Okay. And the other thing is that I don't have to tell you, because sometimes I tend to have this PC transaction. What is that? Thomas Harris, famous. I'm okay. You're okay. What is that transaction called? Yes, that is a PC transaction. You don't know what's parent-child. That is correct. Parent-child transaction. No, this is not a parent-child transaction. I would like to make sure that if you're giving people time to work from home, we expect them to work from home, right? We expect them to work from home, not go for a movie, not go shopping, or do blue. What is it called? Moonlighting. I hope you are not doing moonlighting. And how can I tell people not to go out for their chais every now and then and spend 30 minutes for every time you go out for chai? You can't say that, right? Can't say that because we are trusting people. But I'm just making a small point that when let us not breach the mutual trust that we have. My trust on you and your trust on me. Let's not breach it in any way. Make sure that the policies and flexibilities that we are given are used to the best way possible, and not abuse it. So I'm sorry for this PC transaction, but you could also have a CP transaction. What is a CP transaction? Right. Who are you to tell me? That's CP transaction. Huh?
That's how it is in my house.
Exactly. People who have got teenage children. I thought teenage would end that rebellion and trouble, but I have a 22-year-old. So I know how that works. Okay. Please, any other questions? No questions. Why is that? Why? It's good for you to ask questions because this is going all India, and they may have the same questions, so they get an answer. Because unfortunately, they don't have a way to come back to me and ask that question except a couple of weeks later. Rashmi has a question. You have a question. You look like somebody with a question today. No?
A very small one.
Yeah, see?
Because you're asking me to ask a question. I was at DSPO yesterday from and I noticed that they have a biometric system.
They have what?
A biometric punching.
Oh, okay.
So if we don't have it, I think none of the states should also have it, right?
Okay. That's a good point. State offices, if you have biometric systems, throw it out of the window. That's what Rashmi's suggestion. Okay, I said that. I am not a great fan of biometric systems. Though, when people protest for the wrong reasons, I have a problem. When we had this in, one guy came to me and said that, this is against my fundamental right, and I said, when you go for a UK or a US visa, not only do you give one index finger, you give 5 fingers on top. If they ask you to put your toes, you will put that also on there. Is it more important to go to US and UK and working here, man? Where we are asking for just one index finger. But anyway, throw biometric out. Okay, good question. Anything on behalf of any other? Momita, you have a question from Kolkata? For the rest of she left. She was taking off, and we knew that.
But I was speaking to Meena earlier this afternoon, and she was saying this system of watching the video later is like watching the highlights of a match. So I think we have to find a way to get this live.
Yeah, but Oscar movies, I watch it after 6 months because I don't believe in getting this pirated videos. So I wait for them to come on Blu-ray disc, which normally takes 3 to 4 months, and I watch it after that. I still enjoy that. Sir, please buy bandwidth. The fancy word.
The Thomas, we did try this
Didn't work. Didn't work. That's why. I'm throwing this problem back to the IT department. If you can't, if all of us can be seen and felt and heard at the same time, it will be wonderful. That interactions. In fact, there should be 9 screens. That screen which is divided into 8 in times now. The cacophony. I'd like to have a Times Now cacophony behind me. 8 people, eight teams looking out from that. Sir, can it be done? I can't hear you.
For that, we need good bandwidth connected.
Exactly. Bandwidth is the problem. So how are you going to get the bandwidth? You need more money.
Like
So how will you get more money?
fundraising.
Fundraising. Okay, Vishal, back to you. Okay, up until that happens, we will use an old model of looking at that film and then discussing and so on. Okay, what else? Other questions? Yes. Louder, louder. I seem to have developed a hearing problem, or you're speaking very softly.
I want to highlight when we were in Edu I believe that the DSPO and people work with the traders in Edu and got it declared child labor.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
But there in Gurgaon, there is rampant child labor all around us.
Good challenge, excellent challenge to the office here. There is rampant child labor in Gurgaon and right under our noses. What are we going to do about it? It's a program not just to the, it's a problem not to the program team. It's a problem to us as an office. What are we going to do about Gurgaon? Sure. Agreed. Agreed. Maybe the money that we are collecting, 12% of the organization, is a large number when you look at a percentage, which is only 30 people in this organization have signed up to on a monthly giving, which I stopped talking about. I would like to talk about. There are 30 people across the country who are giving on a monthly basis, and if we need to have the moral, what is it called? We need the moral courage to go and ask, is when we give. And I think we all should give. And I'm asking all of us to start giving to our organization, which goes for good cause. Maybe all that money that is collected in this office can go to a program that is running in Gurgaon under our noses. That is one way to start, apart from giving your voluntary time for some of these things. So let's talk about it. Can I make you the champion for doing that? Okay. Yes? I don't hear you at all. You said yes. Yes. So please write down. Please get other people's support. Conscript anybody you want. Let's start the work in Gurgaon. That's a good challenge, good recommendation, good suggestion. I'll support you. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Then we are shutting down. We're going to have the birthdays and the new joinees. Can I see the new joinees? Please come up here first. The new joinees of this month, or those of you who have not been recognized as people working here so far, you could just come up. This is the second time I'm seeing you. They haven't seen you.
Most of them have, I think.
Okay, just say it once again. Where are you from? Your whole life story in 1 minute. 1 minute, whole life story.
This feels a little like school assembly.
Yes, PC is still going on. Yeah.
I'm Paul. I just joined the Nokia project as DRR project coordinator. Before this, I was working with Oxfam and Mercycore, mostly in Assam. What else? I'm from Kerala.
He's from my cousin, or my cousin's son, my nephew, kind
Possible.
of. Possible. Kerala, everybody is related, so we could be. And he went to college in St. Joseph's, Bangalore, and then TIS.
Yeah.
See, I know your life story. Married with 3 children, so he's no more related. Correct? Not married. Not married. Okay. He is eligible. Girls.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so he's already booked. Sorry, girls. Okay, who else? Yeah, welcome. Welcome, Paul. That's it, one guy. Okay. All right, all the birthday babies, please come over.
You bought yes.
Ashutosh, Ram, Radhika, Charu,
Charu, Charu.
Kishore, Mishra, Edna, Sandeepa, Prerna, Shiv Shankar,
This is the whole organization.
and Rohit. Rohit Malai.
My goodness.
From, Punjab, Haryana.
We have a March bias. Come behind me. Where's the cake, samosa, biscuits, coffee?
I saw Radhika here. Where's Radhika? Did you follow?
And Tanvi.
Radhika is in a meeting, I think. Yeah, so they have some interview that they gone for. Wow, this is the biggest cake, and we have only 3 people.
Born in March. Where are you escaping? Are you coming to get proxy or somebody else? Where everybody else?
There are okay 3 on behalf of everybody else. Please, I hope the
Please sing, guys.
Happy birthday to John. Happy birthday. All right. Please come. There is coffee. There is tea.
That's samosa.